Hi guys, welcome to Monitoring and Evaluation Made Simple. I'm your host, Coach Alexander. Today we're going to be looking at how to integrate your monitoring and evaluation software with your MandE system. If you are here for the very first time, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel because on a regular basis I post updates in relation to monitoring and evaluation. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Coach Alexander. I've been around for 10 years practicing monitoring and evaluation. I've enjoyed every bit of it, and that's why I've dedicated my time and effort to share my knowledge with everyone around the world. But of course, you may know that this takes a lot of time and we need a lot of your support. So if you are able to, we are selling these wonderful face masks and t-shirts. They are branded, so please support this channel so that we can continue to produce good content in relation to MandE to you. I also have these free ebooks which are totally free. You can access them. The link is in the description below. Please get the link, access these ebooks. They're totally free. And there's this course, how to set up a monitoring and evaluation system step by step. It's being hosted on Udemy. So for those of you who don't know this, on April 23rd next week, there's going to be a special, actually it's a special intro to a monitoring and evaluation software, which I highly recommend. So please book a date with us because I'm going to be showcasing a software which I think every organization should be using. As usual, this video is long, so please take full advantage of the timestamps which are in the description below, so that you don't have to watch the whole video, but you just go to the area of this video which is more relevant to you. So without wasting any more time, let's get started with this, shall we? What is integration? Okay, so the thing is that every organization has an MandE system. I want to believe most organizations have. If they don't have an MandE system, they have some kind of reporting system. So now when you bring in a new software, the issue is this. You want to unite, you want to harmonize, you want to blend your software, the software that you've identified is useful for your organization, with your MandE system. A lot of times we tend to think that an MandE system is actually digital, but for those of you who've not yet digitalized, you could be working with a system that's paper-based. This applies to you. Even for those who've digitalized, your system may be operating, but you want to bring in a new software in your organization. So all you do is try to blend them together. You want them to harmonize. You want to unite them. You want to make them as one. So that's all it is. But you see, there's a process to it. You don't just do it just straight away. Of course, if you have an IT department, which I want to believe many organizations have an IT department, you have to get IT on board so that they can help you integrate the systems. So how is this actually done? Okay, so I'm going to give you a very summarized approach of how you should do it. But of course, the specialized people will tell you how to do it. Okay, but I'll just give you an overview from just my own understanding of how it should be done. So the first step, you need to understand how your current system is. Ask yourself, if you go digital, what do you want to achieve? If you're already digital, how will this new software make you better at what you do? So in carrying out the assessment, it's usually best you look at your system, you look at your strategy, you look at your program, and see how you're going to be able to make it digital, to make it digitalized. Okay, so that is what you do. So when you do that, what you're looking at, for us MandE personnel, the issues are the indicators. We want to make sure that all the indicators are captured in the software. So the next step is now to procure the best MandE software for your system. So like I earlier mentioned, there is a software which I'm not going to talk about right now, but on the 23rd I want you to tune in and see the software that I highly recommend you should be using. So you have to procure the best software. But let me tell you also this, that good, bad, it's kind of relative from organization to organization. What might be your best might not be my best. But there are certain things about a software which you have to pay attention to. It should be able to be user friendly. I talked about this in past videos. But also it should be able to make your lives easier when you use it, okay? I don't like softwares that are going to slow down everything you do. That shouldn't be the point. So you look around, shop around, get reviews from experts like myself on things they feel, on this kind of softwares that we feel can make your lives better. So this is the second step. You procure this software, but make good use of your IT department when you are procuring the software, guys, so that you are not inconvenienced in case of anything. The next step is to start feeding information into the software based on specifications. So each software that you procure has its own specifications. You might find that some of these softwares are online. They are based online, okay? But there are other softwares that are which require you to install on a computer or laptop, okay? That is also fine, depending on what best suits you. So after you've installed or after you've purchased the software, all you do now is populate. I've seen some MandE software whereby you can literally lift your strategic plan or your logical framework into the MandE software, and from then on you're able to monitor progress in a very closely monitored manner. So it's really important that you read the specifications, get your IT involved so that you don't make any errors, because they are best able to advise you on whether this software can integrate. If you really love this software, they'll advise you how you can improve the current computer systems in your organizations so that it can align with this software. The next step is to test the software and MandE system with it. This is a very good approach, a very crucial one actually. You'll find that some softwares give you a demo. Like the one I'm going to show you next week, it actually has a demo. And the beauty about that, it allows you to test. It allows you to actually get hands-on experience as to whether it can really work for you. So after you've tested the software, and when we are saying testing, the testing is actually done at the MandE department level. They test it themselves, maybe, and also they get IT involved in testing. So you test it, you see whether it's actually making sense and actually making you happy, because you have to be happy, you have to appreciate why it's there. Then after you've tested it, you need to train all your staff how to use it. So you train them, and when training, I want to believe that you may not be adequately skilled to train staff how to use it. So what may work best is to actually call the people who developed this software to actually do the training. I think that's the best, and I would highly recommend that organizations explore the possibility of actually bringing people on board, especially if it's a new software that is unique, that is not commonly used by many organizations. Ask the developers to come and train you. Of course, it might cost a bit, but in the long run, it's far cheap, because it's better to have your staff skilled and trained than to have your staff make errors while using the software, and then those errors lead to even more errors, lead to poor quality reports, and eventually poor decision making. Then after you've trained the staff, you pilot test the software with the same staff you have trained. So you see the way it is with many of these MandE softwares. It's all about you having a good fit with everything around you. So you pilot test the software with the staff, you see how they are blending in with it, you see how reports are being generated, you see how people are appreciating it. The pilot testing can take a bit of time. I like to think that a proper piloting should maybe take 2 to 3 months to really appreciate whether we understand how to use it, even up to 6 months. So after you've pilot tested it, then whatever challenges you face, you send your challenges to the developers of this MandE system, and then they're going to best advise. Actually, the good thing is that when you keep on sending feedback to the developers, they keep perfecting their MandE software to your benefit. And there's nothing wrong with complaining. You want to produce a product that will stand the test of time. Step 7 is my favorite, launching the software with the system. Of course, it's not your software, but we're talking about the integrated software with the MandE system. You launch it, and when you launch it, you can open a bottle of champagne, you can go for a cocktail, dance a bit, enjoy, have a good time, because this is a memorable occasion. And I want you to understand, guys, that MandE is memorable. You can make it as beautiful as you want it to be. So please launch it, enjoy yourself, and then start implementing and using it. So that's all the time I had, folks. I sure hope you enjoyed this rather short presentation, and I'm so looking forward to the 23rd. I hope you'll be there. It will be a usual video, but it will be rich in content because we're going to be talking about this monitoring and evaluation software. Until we meet again, see you on the other side. Bye.